Look closely at the footage. Detective Miller poured the accelerant onto the asphalt right here.
Welcome to the court, where we explore the legal nuance at play during court proceedings. Today's episode is a collaboration with our other channel, Audit the Audit. If you're interested in watching the bodycam footage of the police encounter that sparked the trial we're discussing today, head over to ADA. While not required to understand this episode, it provides vital context for the shocking evidence handling we're about to witness. You can find that link in the description. On May 9, 2023, Calvin Riley Sr. was charged with DUI and driving with a suspended license in Lyon County, Florida. However, this wasn't an ordinary traffic stop. Defense attorneys alleged that Officer Kirsten Oliver didn't just find evidence, she created it. Today, we break down the trial where a jury had to decide, was this an open and shut case of impairment, or a coordinated effort to plant evidence? Before the jury was ever seated, the legal battleground was defined by a critical motion to suppress. On February 16, 2024, Mr. Riley's defense team took aim at two primary targets: the statements Riley made before his Miranda rights were read, and the controversial liquor bottle discovered during the search. The defense argued that the bottle, originally sealed, was tampered with by Officer Kirsten Oliver, rendering it inadmissible. In a pivotal order issued on February 28, Circuit Judge Jason Jones delivered a split ruling. While he excluded certain incriminating statements made by Mr. Riley due to procedural lapses, he ultimately decided the liquor bottle could stay. Judge Jones ruled that the jury should hear the evidence and determine its weight for themselves. This set the stage for a high-stakes trial where the prosecution's mistake would face off against the defense's manufactured crime, leaving Riley's fate in the hands of 6 citizens. The trial commenced on April 5, 2024, with two diametrically opposed narratives. Certified legal intern Emma Hershey delivered the opening for the state, painting a picture of a clear-cut DUI. She argued that at 2 a.m., Mr. Riley was speeding with his headlights off, a glaring sign of impairment. Regarding the bottle, Hershey sought to preemptively neutralize the defense's fire, characterizing Officer Oliver's actions as a mere mistake that didn't negate the pre-existing evidence of intoxication. Conversely, Assistant Public Defender Desiree Goodfellow didn't pull any punches. She accused the Tallahassee Police Department of outright manufacturing a crime, claiming Officer Oliver used a phantom smell of marijuana to justify a warrantless search before planting evidence. Goodfellow emphasized the audible click of the seal breaking on bodycam footage, framing the case not as a traffic stop gone wrong, but as an egregious display of police misconduct. As the state's first witness, Officer Kirsten Oliver took the stand, her testimony marked by a measured, professional exterior that masked the mounting tension in the courtroom. Under direct examination by Ms. Hershey, Oliver recounted the events of May 7, detailing Mr. Riley's driving patterns and his watery, bloodshot eyes. However, the atmosphere shifted when the questioning turned to the vodka bottle. Oliver admitted she realized the bottle was sealed only at the moment the plastic seal broke in her hand. She claimed her decision to pour out the liquid was merely a discretionary disposal to remove alcohol from the vehicle. Yet, the narrator notes a critical discrepancy. While Tallahassee PD General Order 42 allows for the destruction of drug paraphernalia under strict conditions, it provides no such authority for alcohol. This procedural mistake began to look less like an oversight and more like a significant breach of evidence integrity. The tension in the courtroom reached a fever pitch as Assistant Public Defender Desiree Goodfellow began her cross-examination, systematically dismantling Officer Oliver's credibility. Goodfellow struck hard at the phantom marijuana smell, forcing Oliver to admit that despite a thorough search, not a single grain of contraband was found. The defense then pivoted to the officer's shifting narrative, pointing out that bloodshot eyes, a staple of DUI testimony, was suspiciously absent from both her original report and her sworn deposition. The most damning moment arrived when Goodfellow confronted Oliver about her prior testimony. After previously claiming she never unsealed the bottle, Oliver was forced to admit under oath that she had lied, albeit unknowingly. By the time the defense finished, they had tied Oliver to a created open container, and an official probable cause affidavit, penned by Officer Muth, that relied entirely on the tainted evidence Oliver had manufactured in the street. After the dust settled on a trial defined by allegations of police misconduct, the jury returned with a split decision that left both sides with a partial victory. The court ultimately acquitted Mr. Riley on the charge of driving with a suspended license, finding the state failed to prove he had actual knowledge of the suspension. However, despite the defense's aggressive dismantling of Officer Oliver's credibility, the jury found Mr. Riley guilty of driving under the influence. Judge Jones sentenced him to 10 days in jail and 6 months of probation. Mr. Riley's subsequent battle for a new trial was denied in June 2024, and by August 15, 2025, the First District Court of Appeal affirmed the conviction. While the legal chapter is closed, the case remains a haunting case study on the integrity of evidence. It forces us to ask, can justice be served when the evidence used to prove it was compromised from the start? The case of Calvin Riley Sr. serves as a sobering reminder that the rule of law is only as strong as the integrity of those sworn to uphold it. While the jury ultimately prioritized the signs of impairment over the officer's procedural failures, the questions raised by Officer Oliver's conduct linger long after the verdict. The preservation of evidence is not a mere suggestion. It is a constitutional safeguard designed to prevent the very appearance of impropriety we witnessed here. When a sealed bottle is transformed into an open container by the hands of law enforcement, it muddies the water of justice, making it difficult to discern truth from manufacture. Was the conviction a just result of his driving, or was it tainted by the compromise of the evidence? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned as we continue to foster a more informed society.